Hey everybody, welcome, welcome. Come on in and say hello. Let's see if we can get it all straightened out here on a Monday night. I know this is weird. So we shall see. Hopefully some can find us. If not, you guys can watch it on the replay. How fun is that? All right, looking good. Whoop, somebody's here. Who's here? Let's see. All right, looks like people are really starting to find us, so that's great. Hey, Diane. I'm so glad you're here. We'll give it just a few more seconds to get people in here tonight. I know this is a weird night. It's Monday night instead of Sunday, but I had a surprise dinner date last night. My husband surprised me with a really cool dinner last night at a fabulous place that if you haven't tried, local to us, well, it's in Ashburn. It's Clyde's, which there are Clyde's restaurants all over, but this one is Clyde's at Willow Creek Farm, and it is the coolest place. So if you ever get a chance to go there, jump on the chance and go, because it was fabulous, and the food was unbelievable. So that was why we're doing it tonight. So, and he was leaving on travel today, so I wanted to get as much time as I could with him. So, hey, Debbie Colby, thanks for joining. All right. So if you're watching me live, please say hello. If you are watching in a replay, please type replay so I know you were here. Hey, Anne, good to see you. Oh, hey. Oh, hey, Diana Baker and Carla. Hi, girls. Or should I say sisters? You are the other sisters. Good to see you. All right, so tonight I wanted to do something fun. I've been playing a lot with spring and Easter, and I know we just passed Valentine's Day. I totally get it. Hey, Rosa, good to see you, sweetie. But I am trying to plan for my retreat that's coming up in April, and while I'm not making projects that I'm showing to you that are going to be used at the retreat, I am working on some designs to kind of spark my creativity to get me going. So this is one of those. So I hope you like it. Tonight we're going to be using the So Sentimental bundle in addition to the Welcome Easter stamp set. So I hope you like that. And we're going to be making a 3D. So, hey Rosa, good to see you. Lorraine, good to see you. Come on in. Thanks, Debbie, for sharing. Yes, if you wouldn't mind sharing, that would be great. I'm going to be posting this one on my YouTube channel later tonight. I will be working late tonight, so it will go on my YouTube channel tonight with the supply list. This is pretty simple, so I hope you will try it on for whatever occasions you have. So we're going to use this So Sentimental bundle, and this one's in the spring catalog here that is January through June. I know you've seen it before, but this one we're going to be using the dies. We're not going to be using the stamp set, but I wanted to show you the dies that we're using coordinate with this gorgeous stamp set. And there are so many other ways that I've used these dies. Actually, I've only used this set a couple of times so far with the dies. So they are very, very versatile. And as you can see, these are some of the ones that I love, the stitched dies, which are really, really beautiful and make such pretty accents to your sentiments or whatever you want to use them for on your projects. So we're going to be using this one. So this is stitched so sweetly, and like I said, it coordinates with that So Sentimental bundle. All right. Hi, Betsy. Who else? I saw somebody else come in there. Who was that? Oh, I missed it. It rolled on by. Well, hi, everybody. Glad you're here. All right, so we're going to be using this, and like I said, we're going to be using Welcome Easter. Either way, we're saying hello to Easter, even though they're calling for a Virginia snowstorm next weekend. We shall see. All right, so Sentimental is on page 20, and if you want to check in your catalog to see the Welcome Easter, it's back here on page 45 in the catalog. So stinking cute. So let's get started. All right, you're going to need a piece of pumpkin pie cardstock, and your cardstock needs to be, let me scoot this over so I can open up my paper trimmer. Your cardstock will need to be, you can leave it right here at 8.5 inches. We're just going to turn it, and we're going to cut this at 6 inches. So 6 by 8.5. Okay. All right, then, well, I should leave that open while we do some scoring. So on the long edge, these are really simple measurements, but don't worry, I'm going to have them in here for you. We're going to start on the long edge, and we're going to put it in our paper trimmer, and with the scoring blade, we're going to score it at 2, 4, 6, and 8. These used to be called the 2, 4, 6, 8 boxes. Go figure. All right, then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to score it over here at the side. I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch, right there. Then I'm going to scoot it over, and I'm going to score this edge at 2 inches. So really, really simple measurements. Here we go. Got it? So 2, 4, 6, and 8, and then you turn it. This is at 2, and this one is 1/2 inch from this edge. Okie doke. All right. Now, put that over here. Now, I want to go ahead and I want to burnish my, scored lines. I was looking at my screen. Scored lines. I'm going to score or burnish this one's, the little one at the top, so it's going to go back, because this is going to be the top edge of our box. So this one's going to go back towards the box. Then everything else is going to go in towards the inside of our box. So we will just go through, and you know, when we're making boxes or 3D items, we want to make sure we get nice crisp edges so that it holds its shape nicely. All right, so score and burnish all of these guys like so. All right, now we're going to leave this open for just a sec. We're going to grab Big Shot, and I'm going to, with the small edge over on the right hand side, I'm going to bring it over. So this second large panel, so the second large panel in, I'm going to grab my dies, and we're going to actually use this one right here. That's going to be our little window. So kind of reminds me of Aladdin. I don't know, for some reason it's kind of a it seems like a little genie piece. Now when you go to put your die on for the little window, what we're going to do, because this is a small-ish section here, it's a little over 3 inches, we're going to move it towards the top just a tad. So I'm going to bring it down maybe a half, not even quite a 1/2 inch, but pretty close. So the inside of that die is going to be about a 1/2 inch from that score line right there. I just want to make sure when it folds, it's going to hold its shape. All right, and then just try to have it centered between the left and the right. And I'll grab a little piece of a Post-it note just for kicks and giggles to make sure it hangs in there where I want it. Now you can see, here's that bottom score line. Can you see that here? This is the amount of space I've left down here at the bottom. So that's pretty good measuring there, I'd say. All right, so I'm going to take that. I'm just going to run it through, and it will make that gorgeous window, and it will also put you over here. It will also leave us with a really pretty little tag that we can use on something else. How cute is that? Come here, little guy. So we have this beautiful little, oh hey Millie, you're not late, you're good. So we're going to have that beautiful little tag we can use on something else with the stitched edges. So I'm going to keep that. All right, now, oh, what got on there? I'm going to just put that little guy away so I don't lose him. So you can see here on the second panel from the left is where we cut it. Over here is our little panel with that 1/2 inch section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over so that the small section is over here on the left hand side, and I'm going to grab a piece of window sheet. Now window sheet is in the catalog, it's towards the back, so if you haven't looked before, just look in the index, you'll see it back there in the back. So I've cut a little piece of window sheet, and this piece measures 2 by 3. 2 by 3, and this little guy is going to go right here on the inside with that small edge over here. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to add, you can add some glue dots if you want. I'm just going to throw some snail in here. And then just push that little piece of window sheet right on there so that it is covering our little opening there, like that. Okay. Give it a little squeeze, and there is our window right there. All right, now let's do some cutting and cut up on our score lines. So I'm going to go over first to this little guy. Oops, I forgot to fold that one, didn't I? Let's burnish this bottom score line. There we go. I'm going to go over first to this little guy over here, this long rectangle, and I'm just going to cut that off. So you just go in and give it a little trim. Like so. There we go. Then I will cut up on these score lines to meet that bottom score line. Pretty standard box making. Like so. Like that. All right, so our box is taking shape there, right? Now, on the first big section here and the third one, so there's 1, 2, 3 big sections here, then one over here by the little one. On these the first and the third, we're going to come in here and we're going to trim just a little notch out to make it fold nice and square when we go to put it together. So the first one, skip the second, we'll go over here to the third one, and I'll trim another little piece. And then trim another little wedge on the left side of it. Whoop. Like that. Okie doke. We good? All right. Now that we have our window, you want to make sure you get that window in before you do anything else, because this, if you don't get that, it's a little bit harder. So we're going to take our piece, flip it over to the inside, and I'm going to take some tear tape. And I'm going to put a piece down kind of near that, oops, too close, near that folded, or near that score line there, because I want it to be a nice crisp edge. So put that on there, like so. Just give it a tear. And I'll burnish that just a tad. This is a time of year that's really dangerous for me to go in Walmart and TJ Maxx and Tuesday Morning, because all the really cool looking candy is out. And all I do when I get in there is think of ideas on ways to use it. I'm always one of those people. I know I'm like a lot of other crafters in that I go looking for color inspiration. But anyway. Oh, hey. Oh, look, Debbie Clark is here with the rest of, oh, there's Jen. Hi, Jen. Debbie Clark's here with the other sisters. All right, so now we have these guys all scored. We have them where we want them. So we're going to flip this up. It's easy to tell which is the front of the box on this one, eh? So we're going to do our 2 that were notched there. We will bring the back one in first. And then, you know, I think I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue on here. Here we go. It's just a little easier to show you on here. I'm going to go ahead and put some liquid glue on this one. Give it a little good cover there. And this gives you a little wiggle room too. So when you go to put your final panel down, you want to make sure that everything is square so that it all squares up nicely. So do that, and then you can flip it over. And I just usually take my bone folder and put down in there to give it a little smush, make sure everybody's getting adhered down. like that. Whoop, without doing that. All right, so then this just gets a little squeeze, okay? So these are gonna go in, but what I wanna do before I do that is I'm gonna put some candy in there. And this, you will see, is why I ended up making this project. Because, like I said, more stinking cute candy. How cute are these little guys? These guys came, I think these were from Tuesday morning. All right, little chicks. And I thought, how perfect would that be to go with the chick from the Welcome Easter stamp set. So I'm just gonna throw these guys in here. And you will find that when I do projects, I am not stingy with my candy. Somebody, oh, Brittany, it was, when I gave her a couple of the projects that we had created here on live for Valentine's Day for Jason's teachers. She's like, man, Mom, there were a lot of Hershey Kisses in there. I'm like, dude, I do not skimp on the candy. Trust me. Do unto others, you know. All right, let's see if this guy, oh, maybe too many on that one. Let's see if it'll smush. Come on, little chick. Give me a little room. And you can, you know, use whatever you want. You could use jelly beans, all sorts of things in here. I don't know why this little guy's giving me a hard time. He's standing on his head, though. There we go. All right, so this is going to get closed up just like that, okay? So what we want to do is we want to give it a little squeeze, and then I'm just going to take my hole punch, and I'm just going to use my Crop-It-Out, but you can use whatever hole punch you have here at the top. I'm going to give it a little squeeze, and I want us to punch through all of the layers there, all 4 of those layers, and that's why my Crop-It-Out is perfect for that. Just stick it in there, give it a little punch. I'm going to flip it over and do it again. Like so. There we go. Like that. All right, then we will bring in some ribbon. Oh, did I leave a ribbon? I did. Hang on, let me grab the ribbon across the room. Where are you? Here we go. Oh, I guess I should just get a piece instead of the whole roll, right? All right, here we go. Got some ribbon. So I'm going to use some of the new Crinkle seam binding, the white. I love, love, love it. It is so pretty. All right, so I'm going to take my Daffodil Delight blend. And I think this one is the, yep, this is dark. I'm just going to take the brush end. Ooh, this one's been really well loved. Take the brush end, and I'm going to go ahead and make some Daffodil Delight crinkled seam binding with my blend and a piece of the ribbon. And you guys, honestly, I have made so many different colors of this seam binding already. This is really, really versatile ribbon. It's thin enough that it makes pretty bows, and it doesn't make a lot of bulk when you're mailing cards with it when you use it, which I know a lot of people worry about. So it is really forgiving when you mail it, yet it still holds its shape and looks really pretty. So think about getting this one if you are looking for a new fun ribbon. All right, so I'm going to give myself just a little point there to feed it through on camera. It's really smart, Michelle. With the shaky hands. Pull it through. Come on. Come on. Oh, I can hear Lindsay singing. Can you guys hear Lindsay singing in the other room? She's on this Raggedy Ann kick. She loves all things Raggedy Ann and Andy. She's fascinated with the history, with the artwork. She's drawing tons and tons and tons of photos. It is a whole Raggedy Ann fest at my house lately. So she sings lots of songs from their movies. And who knew they had movies? Come on. All right, you're not going to beat me. I'm going to do this. All right, try again. Going through. Oh, you know what I'll do? Just poke it through. Well, if I can see it. I'm going to hold it over here. Sorry, but I got to be able to see. So yes, it's very, Raggedy Ann and Andy around here lately. So, which she doesn't remember, but she had a bunch when she was little that she said she didn't want anymore. And lo and behold, now she's transfixed with them. Not sure why, but she loves going to antique stores and finding new ones, so that's pretty cool. All right, so we have these little guys all pushed through there. Let me trim this off so we can tie a nice little bow. And honestly, this stuff, it's already dry, so you don't have to worry about getting color on your hands and that type of thing. So not to worry. All right, so give it a little tie here, a little squeeze. Kind of resembles a milk carton, I guess. But like I said, the 2, 4, 6, 8 boxes, they are really versatile for all sorts of things. All right, give it a little tie. Now, we have to decorate it. Okay, lay down. Well, you can stick up there until I'm ready for you, but later we'll talk. All right, so now I'm going to bring in that Happy Easter stamp set, which I totally love. Love these stinking cute little animals. Oh my gosh, I have the coolest idea for a banner with these. I'm going to be using those, so stay tuned for that. All right, now for the little chick, I just stamped him in Momento ink, because you know that's what we use when we use our Stampin' Blends. And I'm going to bring in my Daffodil Delight Light and Dark blends, and I'm going to go ahead and just color the whole chick. I'm going to do him in light Daffodil Delight, and I don't have to worry about going outside the lines. I know you just had a heart attack, didn't you? Because I'm going to cut him out, her out, well, it out. I have to tell you, today Brittany rescued a little bird months ago, and she took it in, and it was, you know, a little songbird, really cute, and she was trying to find out whose it was, and obviously it was someone local because it looked like it had been a pet. So she had it. They named it Sky. Well, Sky finally, after putting the feelers out on Nextdoor, they found a lady down the street who said if they didn't find Sky's home, that she had pretty much an aviary in her home just down the street, and she would be happy to give Sky a new home. So Sky has a new home down there with, oh my gosh, I forgot how many animals are down there, but she does have a big potbelly pig. I think she has 15 birds. But the cool thing is that she always invites Jason and Nun to come down and visit Sky, and Sky is so incredibly happy. So they went down to see Sky today, and we were thinking Emma was going to be overwhelmed, but she was in heaven. And this little, well, it's not a little pig. He's a big pig, apparently. His name is Wellington. He's like a dog, goes out, does his thing, but he is a hoot, and he loves kids. So Emma had quite a time seeing Wellington today. JJ was kind of shy. He loves Sky. He was all about going to see him, but he got down there and he was a little squeamish. I mean, it is kind of overwhelming when you think all those birds. But anyway, they had a good time with them. So speaking of little birds like this one, it made me think of Sky. Sky's a pretty blue bird. All right, so you can see I just covered it with my light Daffodil Delight first. I went in with my dark Daffodil Delight, and I went and highlighted a few of the areas that I wanted to have as shadows, and I wanted the center of it to stay pretty bright and light so that it looks like it looks more three-dimensional. That's what I'm trying to say. So when you go back, you can blend in, and you can go back as many times as you would like, and it really, really just pops. So go in like this, give it a little pop of color, and then I'm going to bring in my light pumpkin pie blend, and I'm going to use the chisel end instead of the brush end. So we'll just do a little beak, and the little feet. And I didn't really go back in and add any highlights or anything with this one because it's not really, you're not really going to see it that much. All right, so that is how you go in and color that little cutie patootie. And look, now isn't that just cute? I just love how they go together. How could I leave them in the store? All right, so through the magic of television, I have already cut out one that I did earlier. So I'm going to bring in a little piece of Granny Apple Green. Now, this one is, I think this one is, yep, this is 3/4 of an inch by 2 inches because the front of my box is going to be 2 inches right there. So we know that since it's a 2, 4, 6, 8 box. And then I will bring in my snips and I'm just going to go down and trim and make some little grass down there. Little snips. Kind of give it a little pop of green down at the bottom, which I love. This Granny Apple Green is like so in my wheelhouse. It is just so stinking pretty. Love it. My mom actually, this used to be her signature color. This and hot pink. She probably still would. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask her. Alrighty, so there's our grass. Just give it a little, break down some of those little fibers like that. Like so. Then I'm going to take some liquid glue and I'm just going to run a little bit across there, across the bottom. Get it to stick there. Like so. And put this down here. Now you can, if you want, when you do your boxes like this, you could put some little Easter grass in there or whatever you would like to have in there to give it a little extra fluff. But that's just what I used. Just the candy. I like to have more room for candy. Go figure. All right, let me pull some dimensionals. Whoop. Falling from the sky. All right, let's go add a couple dimensionals to the back of our little chick. Isn't she cute? Needs a little bow in her hair. All right, like so. So we'll put her over here. Let's see, should I set her on top? Nah, put her back here so she's sitting in the grass. Like that. Look how cute. Seriously. Oh, stinking cute. All right. So we will just leave that guy there. Then I went ahead and I stamped a little Happy Easter greeting. Now I'm going to go ahead and just trim this little guy off. You could just trim it, rough cut it with your scissors if you want. It does not have to be perfect. And I'm going to use this cute little trimmer that you get for free during celebration when you buy the kit. Enjoy my Inkerbells because we have so much fun. There we go. Love it. There we are. My fingernails, I can't get it out. Excuse me. Thank you. Oh. Well, play nice. There we go. Alrighty. So here's my little Happy Easter. I'm going to put, where my dimensionals go? Put a couple dimensionals back here on the back. There we go. Oh my gosh, that little chick. Oh, it's too cute. Then I'm just going to stick this little guy up here at the top. And these are great for any occasion, but honestly, when you find cute candy that looks like a stamp, I mean, who could say no? There we go. Then we'll give our ribbon a little trim. Isn't that just stinking cute with that yellow ribbon? I love that seam binding. There we go. There you have it. There is our little chick. Some little cute candies that are in there. Oops, what? I had one left over? Okay, I'll have to eat it. All right, anyway, so that's our little 2468 chick tonight. And I'm going to, like I said, put this on my YouTube channel. You'll want to check it out over there. All the supplies will be listed and the measurements, and they're really simple. And the numbers for the stamp sets and dies that I used. So make sure if you are ordering this month, this is your host code for this month. So you'll want to use it when you go to suitablystamped.stampinup.net and use that when you put your order in, and you get a little treat in the mail. And don't forget, we found out today, I know Debbie Colby's on here, we found out today there are 3 spots now left for the spring retreat, the weekend retreat, April 25th through 27th. 24th through 26th, that weekend. 3 spots left, and I know there are a couple more of you who said you wanted a spot, so don't miss out. You can go to the event section here, and it's also when you go to suitablystamped.stampinup.net, there's an event section, and you'll see it there also with a link to register. So grab your seat. Okay. Well, thanks for joining me on a Monday night. I really appreciate it. I'll be back with you on Thursday, as usual, for It's a Date. And I will see you again very soon. I can't thank you enough for stopping by. Oh, hi, Jean. I'm starting to see names now. And Myrna, hi. And Carla. Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, thanks for stopping in tonight. I hope you liked the project, and I hope you had fun making some. Please send me a picture if you do. I love seeing what you guys make. And show me if you're using that ribbon too, what you're doing with it. Alrighty? Have a wonderful week ahead, everyone. Happy President's Day, and I will see you again soon. All right? Bye.